Okay, the video decided to stop, so now we're starting the second half.
You just don't fit.
It is helpful.
Where's Mom? She here? Oh, hi.
Where's home?
Where's home? I can't see.
That's a little bit rude.
I'm sorry,
I can't.
Mom.
I
You
didn't
didn't
get
come
some of
and
that
get you
cheese.
and I hadn't seen you. I'm really sorry. That's a shut up.
Alright, so do you have what you think?
No.
Hold on,
Okay,
I'm
so
almost done.
sorry.
I came in late. That doesn't work.
I know you don't.
That's rude.
We gotta go watch the video. We've been, we've had 2 days of it. Now there can be more than one right answer. So you might have something a little different than what I have, and that's okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll just take care of the alternator. So we have a -1 potentially to the n or whatever. Let me wait on that sign, on that power for a second. I'll make the x's fit and then I'll fix that. So typically, like, you should know now how to represent an even number versus an odd number. Like in Algebra 1 when you guys did like the sum of 3 consecutive odd integers. To represent an even number, it's always like 2n. And odd number is always 2n plus 1. So since I have odd numbers, I'm going to make x be to the 2n plus 1 and see how that works. Where should I start n if I want that to be the case? 0. So then I have x to the first, and then I'm going to have x to the third. My bottom is also all odd numbers, so 2n plus 1. Does that work? Yeah. And how about the alternator? Does it work if I start at 0? Yeah. If I start at 0, then this is going to be positive 1, so I'll be good. That's it. Is anyone close?
Yeah.
So
Okay, good.
I did it in my mind.
Good. All right, let's do one more. Because conversely, just like you can take the integral of every term, you can also take the derivative of every term.
where's Eric?
It'll be about this.
Eric is looking at college.
Which college?
I don't know.
All right, we're in series 4.
Where are you?
What? That's what he's doing. He's looking. It was him at college and Jess the City was going to college because my volleyball team was empty.
Okay, so, right.
He's singing.
This particular one,
Like you're wrong, G.
if I take 1 over 1 minus x, the series that I already know, and if I integrate it, I'm not going to get that back to here. But if I take the derivative of this, this would be like saying take the derivative of 1 minus x to the negative first. And if I took the derivative using power rule, I'd have -1 to the front times 1 minus x to the negative second times the derivative of what's inside.
What, man?
Which would give me the negative times the negative is just a positive, and that goes on the bottom. So I get that. This would be pretty tough to think of on your own. But once you see it, now you could reproduce it, because you could be asked that exact problem without it any harder. So if you're asked for that exact problem, and you know how to reproduce it, then you're good. So, everyone get that? That if I have this series, I take the derivative of it, I do get that. So, if I take 1 over 1 minus x, and I'll just write out the series for it, it's all positives. That I can take the derivative of both sides. and get this new series. So the derivative of this, we already said, we know what that is. And then the derivative of 1 is 0. The derivative of x is 1. The derivative of x squared is 2x. The derivative of x to the third is 3x squared. 4x to the fourth. Third, sorry.
G.
Is that okay? So my series, I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4 with my coefficients, so like I'll just go n. I can't go nx to the n though because they don't match.
Wait, isn't the derivative of 1 0?
Yep, so it's like 0 plus.
Minus 1.
Because the derivative of x is the 1. This 1 is the derivative of the x.
Would the first term be 0 or 1?
Oh.
The first term will be 1. I don't need to put the 0 in.
I would go n plus 1.
Yeah.
You know what I did? Oh, I did this one to be n minus 1 because isn't this the definition of a derivative anyway using power rule? Like the power rule says put n in the front and subtract 1 from n.
Oh, yeah.
Put n and subtract 1 from n. So I listed it that way, where n equals 1 to start with. But if you did n minus 1 x to the n, that would be fine. So this would be the same thing as if you went n minus 1 x to the n and let n equal 0, that would be fine. No, it wouldn't.
I said n plus 1.
Plus 1, sorry. Then that would be fine. Do you hate this?
Yeah. More than n.
Are we done now?
A little bit.
It's not the
Before
worst.
sending yesterday.
It's just boring. It's stupid. Why are we making patterns in series?
It's kind of cool.
I like the only thing I like the elephant.
Okay, let's go.
I can.